Hi there, I'm Andrei from Romania and this is my first English review. Fortunately, I'm going to talk about the new BMW 3 Series. Unfortunately, although the car speaks German, I am unable to lose my Russian accent. And also, I have quite a bad hair day, so please be gentle with your comments. The new BMW 3 Series walks on the footprints of 6 previous generations. It is the best-selling model in its segment, and it also is the best-selling BMW ever made. Basically, the 3 Series made the BMW brand what it is today. The problem with the previous generation is that BMW tried a little too much and a little too soon, I think, to match the Mercedes C-Class and the Audi A4 in terms of comfort and refinement, while somehow forgetting about the sportiness that all BMW 3 Series should have. But that has changed a lot. But before that, I want to talk about the design, because for me this is the best looking 3 Series ever made. And I'm already driving an E30 convertible and an E46 coupe. Probably no other car in the segment has more air vents, creases and lines than the new BMW 3 Series. And it all comes together very nicely. It is also more striking in real life, and the Sportimao blue highlights every angle. The long wheelbase and the short overhangs amplify the sporty touch. Now that we got the design out of the way, let's talk about the engine. I am driving what I think it is the best choice for the new BMW 3 Series, and that's the 330i. With its 258 brake horsepower, you might think that's not a big change over the previous generation. But while the power has increased with just 6 horses, you also get a 50 Nm increase in torque. Right now you have 400 Nm available to you from 1550 RPM all the way to 4400 RPM. And that's quite a kick. When you are matching this engine with this 8-speed Steptronic Sport transmission, you get exactly what you ask for. And that's a fast sedan that's good on fuel economy and won't break the bank. From 0 to 100 km per hour, the new 330i needs only 5.8 seconds and tops out at 250 km per hour. For example, the new Honda Civic Type R needs 5.7 seconds to go from 0 to 100 km per hour. And that's a road legal hot hatch made for the track. This is a 4.7 meter long 4-door sedan. But while the engine is great and the transmission ups its pace, the new 330i is much more than a fast sedan in a straight line. Although it is wider, longer and taller than the previous generation, it is 55 kilos lighter and also has a lower center of gravity. It also has a 50-50% mass distribution front and rear, and also gets wider tracks front and rear. And also it gets a new suspension all around. The new BMW 3 Series is the first BMW ever fitted with what is called a lift-related damper. Although the idea isn't quite new and you can find the same construction on the real axle of the Renault Megane RS, BMW took it to a whole new level. In short, the lift-related dampers come with an extra hydraulic damping at the front and the compression limiting system at the rear. It also comes as standard on all versions, as it does with the M Sport suspension. This means that the car is stiff and precise through the corners, but somehow it manages to even out the bumps in the road, giving you a much more comfortable driving experience than you would expect. The car that I am driving now has the M adaptive suspension, that is an extra optional. It also has 19-inch alloy wheels and the variable sports steering. Also, it has the M Sport body kit all around. So with the M suspension, the car is even stiffer. And while you are driving on a curvy country road, you will have so much fun and you will feel that you are so much in control, you'll be thinking you are driving a much smaller car. And also, listen to this. I am bored.
I can't imagine that. Maybe you haven't yet had the chance to try sport mode.
You get the picture. If you get bored, the car automatically recommends you to try the sport mode while switching the central display to the sport indicators. You always have the power on demand, so this car feels like it's meant to be driven. On the other hand, the steering, although it's very fast and very precise, it doesn't quite give you the feedback that you would expect. But you get over that quickly because the dynamic package that the new 330i offers, it's quite impressive. On the other hand, even though the ride is quite comfortable, when you get over large speed bumps, you will hear the suspension topping out. So maybe you'll just have to get used to that noise. Otherwise, you get a newly designed interior, new digital instrument panel, new iDrive, new gear stick, and new position for the controls. When it comes to the pricing, you have a lot to think about, because the BMW 3 Series has so much optional extras that you might just get lost. The new 330 has a starting price of 42,000 euros, but the car I'm driving now costs almost 68,000 euros, so that's 26,000 euros in extras only. And with that money, you can buy the new Mazda 3. I have no idea how a standard 330i drives. Probably it won't be as good as this one. But as always, the best things in life are anything but cheap. I am Andre and this was my first English review. If you liked it, hit the thumbs up. If you didn't, push that dislike button. But don't forget to subscribe. Just push that red button over there. See you next time.